And can you see my mouse? Like if I were to point
Yeah.
with, all right, cool. That's super convenient. All right, well, it's already started recording. I don't know if I'm going to cut it out. Y'all don't pay me to edit my videos, so I'm just going to post it live. But anyways, back again with the Film Room episode, the first since the reboot. It's week 9, and we're going to do my game. Why? Because why not? I had a good game with Donnie yesterday, an overtime battle. These NFC East teams are fucking hard. My thoughts and prayers go out to Warren, who has to deal with them with a bad roster. But joining me today, because I get shit on every time somebody says I'm going to do my own film room. So I'm bringing on my man Corey. What's up, bro?
Blessings. How's it going?
It's good. I wish we could do our game, but it was just kind of a struggle fest of like Madden kind of bullshitting you on deep balls, and we don't need to watch that. So
Yeah, I'm not there yet with the skill. My game against fuck, who was it? I can't remember, but that was like the best game I've played this whole cycle. So that was the only point of breaking that down. Oh yeah, it was against Troy because it
right,
was
yeah, snow
a low
game.
scoring game. But other than that, it's just me getting shit on, and I don't think everyone can see that anytime.
Yeah, and I don't always like it to be. I don't want it always to be like, "Hey, this is what you did wrong." I did it for Shrimp. I kind of did it for you. I don't like them all being. I'd like it to be like, what was the battle within the scope of the game,
Exactly.
not a here's your flaws kind of deal. But today we kind of get to point out mine and what we did right, what we did wrong. We're playing Philly, a tough team. He comes out. We can see here he's so confident, bro. Like he's gonna go by speed. He's gonna match me up in man. He wants to swat the ball, which is just as OP as it gets. So like all the throws have to be dot on. Um, and Donnie, I mean, he played lights out so far, right? I mean, he beat up Troy, he beat up Dan.
Yeah, sitting on
Uh,
6-2 right now, so definitely holding his own.
probably probably one of the NFC favorites after playing as well as he did. He did beat Warren in overtime. So right now, I think it was mainly because of, and I'll kind of get this plan, kind of the skill gap. Just everybody had to relearn their teams. But he did not have to. So he comes out. One of the things I wanted to do while we'll watch is just get this going. This jet sweep action. I have my heart set on Golden Tate. I love having him. I actually got a speed boost with him, so he's 90 speed. So I got that going for me. So you'll see a lot of the times I just want to do it, and you'll see what we almost got set up. So that's kind of in the future. What I want to talk to you is like using something that sets somebody up. Somebody like Donnie here who uses, I go right back to it. Just why not, right? And
Yeah,
pops wide open. I do a horrible job, and Donnie's such a good like open field player because he's used to playing safety. Um,
exactly. And you see a lot of times when you run similar plays, I'll catch myself doing that every once in a while too, just because if you people aren't expecting to sweep twice, they're expecting you to fake that and then hand it off.
right,
So you hit them with it the second time, and a lot of times they're not chasing with that user.
right,
Um,
yeah.
Give you a
People
chance
like
there.
you have to set the fake up later. You can't just fake once and then go right to the fake. And here I'm going to get sacked. This is what you can't do against Philly. You can't wait around.
No, that's what Fletcher does.
You simply cannot wait around. I was going for a quick, I'm trying to fill him out. There's not a lot of people that use her to safety like Donnie does. Allen is a guy who does, but Allen kind of mixes his up. Here I go for this tight end route that you've probably seen a couple times. Doesn't get open, so played a check down. But yeah, like it's a feel out process, especially when I'm playing a team that I know has a better roster than me, and I know I can't come out and make a ton of mistakes.
Yeah.
Like my first third and 18, like there's no reason to come out here and throw a pick. Like you see him, he's got 9 DBs on the field. He's got a lot of movement too, and that's how do you feel normally about the movement?
Uh,
Like
I'm
all that. I'm gonna back it up so people can see all that pre-snap kind of movement that he does. Jordan does it. Troy does it. There's just a lot going on. Do you normally
yeah.
feel like you're okay with that, or do you feel like you struggle versus that?
I'm okay with it. I think personally, I if I know there's people that make a lot of adjustments, especially if they're not pressing and they're always press right off the bat,
Mhm.
I a lot of times will try to snap it when they're doing that.
Right.
Because it happened in a head-to-head game like I was playing with Danny the other day. Happens in my games too sometimes if you're trying to make defense adjustments, someone hikes the ball on you. Sometimes
Right.
you get stuck on a D lineman or you get stuck on the wrong guy. Can kind of create some mismatches if you got guys covering the wrong person or something like that. So I
Right.
definitely I
Right.
mean, it's fun. Make your adjustments. I gotten to the point where I've understood defense a little more, even though I'm actual 32nd in the league in defense on all aspects. Um, but I got quite a few that I make myself. So
Well, reading defense and playing defense are two very different things because there's
it's
a
a good
user
point.
element when you're playing defense, and sometimes I catch myself guarding grass, and I'm just like I'm just not zoned in, but I can read defense as well. One of the things I wanted to do here is point out this play. It's verticals. But it's a little different, and I'm exposing like I have a shit team, and I'm about to expose the number one play to my tight end here. But most people expect out of the verticals to the tight end come across and then slot. Here, 17 Akeem Butler's coming across the field, and then the kind of the looping wheel type vertical
Yeah,
to Boast, and then John Brown. Um, now, for most people, the linebacker ends up leaving, or the purple zone ends up chasing to the sideline, and that leaves, the tight end wide open. For here, obviously it's 3rd and 18, so this didn't work exactly how I wanted to. But look at where he's at, right? Like you see that I pump faked over here, right?
yeah,
And I pump fake, so he freaks the fuck out. And if you look, he's already going towards it, right? So
mhm,
if this was a 3rd and 7, this is I can throw it right here
yeah,
and like low throw it, and that's a first down. But because it's 3rd and 18, I have to wait a little bit longer. He undercuts it, doesn't get the pick, I don't get the catch. But that's just something like to keep in mind. Like if you have a guy like that, as long as you're confident, pump fake. He veered off, and he almost. And another thing is, you can pump fake and then come back to the same route if you catch him doing that. Like pump fake, and then he goes, "Oh shit!" and then he realizes it. Well, throw it to the same route. Like John Brown is open here now. If I would have like anticipated that, so that's just like something to store in the memory bank. Is
yeah,
that you can come back to that later. Like he'll fall for pump fakes if it's quick, but if it's a long drawn out play, pump fake and then come back to the same route. Um,
yeah. I'm a big fan of throwing the pump fake. You gotta have a little bit of protection there. I get caught a lot of times pump faking and then getting sacked. But
mm-hmm.
definitely a big fan of pump faking to try to psych out users and then using Allen's arm strength to compensate some of those tight windows. But same thing downfield, it's easy to cover up. God, look at all those stars.
Yeah, this was another challenge for me. Was fortunately for me, Christian Kirk was suspended, so he was kind of a receiver short. He had to play a lot of Matt Collins, who I wasn't too scared of. He's playing a lot of the J Jaw guy that they like, but I drafted interior D line for this reason, so we can try our best to lock up the run. Buddha does a good job because he has the unfakeable, which is more reliable at safety than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
This is what really shredded me up was wheel routes. So I used to make fun of Donnie and call him double drag Donnie. Uh,
yeah,
and he used to just kind of rely on that. And you're going to see later, I do sneak one and grab a user from him. But he added this element into the game this year is this wheel route. And, you know, this is just verse man, and he gets caught up. Oh, junk. I accidentally closed my – I didn't close it, but I minimized it. Um, he gets caught up in the trash, the guy that was supposed to guard him, and
yeah,
all this trash. So that's the benefit of these tight bunches. So something to remember, he actually toasted me when I'm in cover 2 against it too. So a good read. He actually could have had a little bit of patience, and this would have been probably a touchdown because I was in cover 1 man and there was nobody on him. So credit to Donnie. He added that element to his game because it's tough to stop when you're patient in your passing game and then you throw a wheel route in there. I mean, y'all know me. I'm a big fan of the wheel routes.
yeah.
Um,
I always fall for them. I throw a lot of interceptions on those things. I see them and then they always look open, but I throw them too late or don't get the right throw off. But playing
right.
someone like Donnie, one thing I respect about Donnie is his run game. He spends a lot of time between his tackles
Mm-hmm.
in his run game, and it can
It
get
kind
super demoralizing.
it
You
kind
know,
of right. It kind of benefited me a little bit because Frazier's where we drafted and he went high, and he makes a good play there, a goal line run basically against nickel cover 2 or the nickel gap. That was one of those plays you just I didn't want to risk a timeout early. Like I know I've said it before, like call a timeout, get out of a bad play. But here he actually almost throws me a user.
Yeah, that's the route. I see a lot of people hitting that route, especially if there's a user there. A lot of people expect it to go out to flat, and that cut on that C route so sharp.
Right. Danny, I think, is the biggest. We were talking to DMs because Kamara has the ability to hot route that. So now that Danny doesn't have that, I think that's a big reason why Danny's pass game is struggling. Because that route, unless it gets usered, really beats every coverage. It beats man, it beats zone, especially with Alvin Kamara. So I think that's one of the big reasons Danny might be struggling is because he can't use his receiver in the or his running back in the receiving game like that.
I personally think Danny's overthinking a little bit.
Could be.
Oh, big sack. But I mean, he's obviously going to be fine. It's not something he'll work it out. It's
I
not
said
the end all be all, but he's got one of the better teams. Fuller getting hurt for the year sucks, obviously, but
right.
he'll
So
bounce back on that aspect.
I said this in chat. Alan was talking about how his defense is based on taking a ton of risk, which we saw in the beginning of his time with the Falcons because he would just get
Yes.
absolute shit on. But he trusts his offense to match yours to the point where those 2 to 3 turnovers and pick sixes make a difference. I'm completely different. As you saw here, like I just wanted to be safe. And then once we get in the red zone and I put him in a 3rd and 7 scenario, I trust my user in these short spaces, I don't know what he's looking for. I would say he might be looking for Ertz on the corner just because everything about this matchup, like look how open that corner is on the right side. And if he isn't going to go there, then he might be coming back to middle to the post. But all my guys do a good job. I'm usering right between his drag and his running back flats. Everything else is covered well. Triple team, Buddha right underneath it, double team. So that's how I play is just like between the 20s, you can take your yards, take your runs. But once we get in the red zone, I trust to sit in zone. And the guys that really beat that are the dudes that power run.
Yeah, another person in the league, Steele. You gotta give it to him. He's good at that too. It's bend don't break. He says it all the time in chat. It's annoying,
Right.
but it's exactly how like the Bills play in real life. You can go ahead and take your 5-10, but you got to put together a drive that's 10 plays plus to beat them. And it's worked for him. Obviously, he has other issues and stuff like that aren't getting him a ton of wins, or I guess not keeping him perfect because I guess I think he's got
close.
1 or 2 losses, but when he had the Steelers and stuff like that, those are things that were kind of
just playing patient. And as frustrating as it was to play, like that really is. If you do limit your turnovers, you're going to get in these 6 to 7, 6 to 9, 13 to 10 slugfest, and you're just going to win because you made that one play that mattered so much. Exactly. Our second drive here, I wanted that John Brown. I didn't trade for John Brown not to throw to John Brown.
Yeah.
But internal clock, we talked about the sacks earlier, just like internal clock and going, all right, what do I need to do? I think even though I may not win much with this Cardinals team, I think it's going to help me going into next cycle. And I got lucky by Aguilar there on the out.
Yeah.
Don't want to break that too much. It was just a bailout catch. It was over a linebacker, but it is teaching me patience. So if you're struggling this year and you're like, just improve a part of your game that's not very good. I've never been the guy that can like throw 3-yard routes all game. So now that I'm throwing 3-yard routes all game, I think next year when I end up getting Carolina, unless Will fucks me again, then I think we're going to be in a good situation.
Yeah. It's
like you see this drive has just been drag, dig, handoff. Like we're just trying to, because he's sending heat, he's sending everything.
Yeah, it's these out routes, crossers, all that stuff. Those things are all.
And if you notice, what I'm doing now is I'm throwing away from his user side.
Exactly.
So I can't tell. I can't remember what I have on this left side. Oh, it's just like a weird dagger route. So it's like a post, but it doesn't like go straight in. And then on this side, it's a out, a hitch. They call it a sail combo, but the point is like in my mind, when somebody runs man like this, and why he's doing this is because I don't have escape artist. So like I can't get the fuck out of here. Like if I were to try to run here with Kyler, even with 92 speed, it's such a the easiest sack for him.
Yeah.
So I see him trailing, and then you just got to trust it. Like when we talked about in the Troy thing, and that's why I went and grabbed tape, not Troy's thing, Shrimp's film room. It's
Hmm.
just like being like confident enough to anticipate. And sometimes it's going to get me in trouble. But if you don't anticipate against somebody like Donnie, you're never going to get the pass open. If you allow him to recover because you second guess yourself, that's when you're throwing 12 picks to Rudy Ford. Um, over the course of the season, and then you're like, what happened? Like Donnie is just like, just read them and trust what you read. So slow drive. I hate these, bro. You know me. Like I want
Yeah.
to throw. I want to. Oh, so this is. I gave it away right there, but I end up coming right back to it. He's in a cover 2 variant. He's in cover 6. So this is that my another big tight end play. Motion him across, and then he's gonna run this right to this hole. It's the only play I've ever seen like this in Madden. And there's 2 versions in this playbook. There's one that goes out to the corner, and then, or there's, yeah, the tight end goes out to the corner, and then this guy on the backside runs a post, and then there's the one where he comes across, and instead of the post, the backside guy runs a corner. So it can never be guessed. And then the third variation, I think I run it right after this play, but you'll see this. Watch the cover 2 corner. He just like bails on it, like just because of the way that they make the zones.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
just gets so wide. So that's, I know I haven't changed playbooks, but that's just, I love that play. So if we ever allow custom offense, I'm sliding that bitch in because that just shreds cover 2. And then
Is
you
cover
see,
two something you see a lot of people playing in the league?
um,
I'll never notice. I just throw it deep.
that time,
Anyways.
yeah, you see this time I had the draw with it. It was the same
Yeah.
motion. There's a handful of folks that run cover 2, and the issue is those that are good at it, it's really tough. So the biggest variation that Ty, Boom, myself, Pest, Warren. Warren actually kind of he'll man up the slide. I think Ty will do it too,
Yeah.
but everybody else they just take the middle line, and this is just
Oh, that's a great stop.
he does it again the very next play. It's just tough to run against that defense. I just was like, I'm not going to try and pass in here. I can't. I would love to be able to use Kyler Murray's mobility, but I can't, and I simply just get stuffed. So good play by Donnie to keep me to 3. But they take the middle yellow zone and put it into a deep blue.
Hmm.
And they kind of rely on pass rush because you can send 2 routes, one short over the middle, one long over the middle, and then you just hit one of them because that middle linebacker's dropping way deep. The issue is most people get fixated on the deep middle, on the post, on the seams against cover 2. So if your pass rush gets there in time, that's a big sack. So I think a lot of the cover 2 guys, Boom, Tide, they're also the high sack guys because of that. Because the defense is it looks like it's so exposed, but in reality, it's not. Big play there. Donnie's kind of notorious for his verticals, concepts. His patience in this game, though, to like check down to the running back when it wasn't there, I think is what helped him the most.
Yeah. He loves Miles Sanders too.
He goes a nice drive there. He actually got me. If you see, he this is the second time he's had a corner. Oh shit. Yeah, sorry. This is the second time where he's gone that corner spot and then puts Jackson on the go route. And he actually gets me because I'm using the safety. If you watch Djax, just watch him run right by me. Like, like,
Oh yeah.
but on first down, yeah, I wish I could be like, yeah, that was a smart play to crash. But at the end of the day, like I gave up a 20 or 40-yard touchdown pass, actually closer to 60. But I guess having an internal timer in your head, like knowing like, okay, if he hasn't gone for the deep ball already, can I peel off of it? Do you trust your pass rush? And that's just the nature of the beast. Some dudes will see it. Like Danny will see it every time. Like you can't peel off a route. Danny will catch on to it. I think there's another wheel. Look at this.
Why? Oh, okay. You got the
So
wheel. You had the corner.
so
Super.
I go flat here because it's 3rd and 4. And Donnie's kind of gone drags quite often. And you see, look at the double drags here by B, X, and A. So it's like a triple, like left, right, and then if any of these drags aren't open, he has a Ertz over the top. So I protected the sticks here so we can play these underneath drags, and Byron Murphy is stuck in the flat zone and lets him run right by. Like everything else was covered, right? Like
No, look at wide, dude. He's wide.
oh yeah, well yeah. So because of I'm talking about these three. Sorry, yeah, but
Yeah.
these deep routes, that's what you expose.
Mhm.
And guys like Donnie are once again they're confident enough in their team and their roster, but they're like, all right, it's 3rd and 4, I can go 12 yards.
Yeah.
Whereas other dudes will be like, I need 4, so I'm going for 4. And then whenever their short route gets read, it's like, oh fuck, you know, like I'm fucked up here. So let's see what he goes in. Play pass. He's
I
gonna
get
he's gonna
sacked on this play a lot. Yep.
yeah, I manual blitz the safety there. Actually, no, I didn't manual blitz because it was a play action and his man was the fullback, I think, or one of the tight ends that was in protection. He just auto blitzes, so that worked for me.
Comes out a lot in that um, mesh.
Yeah,
Getting audibles out of stuff.
Donnie double
Huh.
drags. You
Yeah.
know, it's
Love
tough.
it.
It's tough. I mean, it's a legit football concept. So, like, as
For sure.
much as it's frustrating, you know, you'll see. Like, I snag one from him, and if I can take advantage of that, then that's a big play for me. Like, I just got to live off of that. Here's 3rd and 19. Last time he went deep, I want to bring the heat. We bring the heat. He has to throw a contested throw, and it goes incomplete. So like that's Donnie played the game twice. On 3rd and 4, he went deep. On 3rd and 19, he went deep. He's not playing a very patient game. But that's because he trusts himself to stop me on defense. So Donnie gets away with a field goal, and I mean, he did throw it to height. It's kind of like you, right? Just throw it up to the height, throw it up to Alshon, and
Yeah.
go
Not
get it.
anymore. I don't got any height no more. I'm all speed. I
I'll
just throw
see.
70 yards and hope my guy gets there.
Dude, it's a fun time, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this was on the plus side, we're already halfway through the second. I think I think I come out in read option. This is either stretch or read option. I was so mad there, dude. I thought I had him. This is that stretch with the backside,
Yeah.
and and that's what I wanted to stop him from doing. Is one of the benefits of using the safety is you're not like accidentally taking a running back or a linebacker out of this run fit. So
Hmm.
like it's harder to run against those guys. So if I can get him to just overcommit with his safety and throw that ball, I actually called the same play back to back there to see if he would user it. He ends up using the. You'll see he learns this time. He's using Jenkins right here now. Well, you'll see because we're in his perspective. But he's gonna pop up and play it this time, and in that area. And I was like, I'm not gonna take that risk twice and throw a user pick. Like
Yeah.
it's tough. It's mind games, man. I'm just that's my thought process is when I'm playing somebody like Donnie. I gotta try all of the tricks. I gotta set him up for something later. Here comes a here. Oh yeah, I remember this one. So this is that motion screen fake.
Yep.
So it's actually verticals. So the whole play unfortunately for me, he's in zone, but I think it's because it's speed aligns or something. That's why it took everybody over here. So now I'm just gonna snap the ball. I'm not gonna, you
That's
know,
exactly what yeah.
right. And now this whole lane's open. If not, then I have verticals, and then I just gotta hope that somebody gets open. Which versus him with a setup, I probably wouldn't have had available. But here,
Exactly.
throw it, get the fuck down, call it
Yeah.
a day. I wish I would have came back to this.
Yeah. That's the same thing I'm always looking for right there. If you're not pressing my guys on the outside and you don't have that linebacker right there, I'm just gonna hit that quick slant. Give me mine and get out of there.
Right.
Threw that a little late and still worked out. You missed the hit.
Yeah. I am hesitant to throw drags. I was looking at the post here. If we want to go back, it's a multi-layer route. Boast comes across. I think Tate comes here on the dig, and I mean, look how open the middle of the field is. But it just was taking so long for this route on the way outside to get open. I don't know who's out there, if it's Aguilar, but you see how he just gets all pressed up,
Get
and I'm
jammed
just
up.
like,
Yeah.
that's what I was looking for, and I'm looking for it. This is how you know when I'm drifting left with my quarterback because I'm holding left on the stick, ready to throw that post leading to the left. So when
Hmm.
you see Kyler here and I'm just drifting left, I'm just waiting. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
whatever. I'll throw it. I'll throw the drag or the crosser.
Already got your shade already held down, waiting for it.
Oh, dude, just waiting for it, but it's some of these routes, they just take such a long time to develop. I wonder if that's the route running.
Yeah, I mean that's got to be
Flavor.
released, right? He got jammed
Right.
up right there in the first 5.
Right. So, and that's what he can do. You know, he's got really tall, long corners. Sidney Jones is a tough because height seems to really matter in a lot of these scenarios. He's running a lot of press man on me. So let's see what I can't remember what I went to on 2nd and 7 here. My little corner route action to Golden Tate.
Yeah, that's the route running right there.
Yeah, he gets a ton of separation as long as I throw it on time. I think this might be. There's a play coming up that's a little grimy. Get very unfortunate here. I think it's the one I screenshotted in chat. This one was just take the running back, and later on he'll bite. Let's see what we go here. I think I go for the sweep again. I get nothing. But once
Oof.
again, that's like it's just in the bank, right? Just get him used to it, and you'll see what we did. And I don't know if you saw the play in chat, but just get him used to it. Get him used to that formation. See the jet sweep. It's okay. I'm in field goal position. It's the end of the first half.
Only down by 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Um,
don't take a sack. Don't turn it over.
okay, so this is what I did. So what I did here, and it's something that I like to do when I see too high, which is especially if they run cover 2, you really want to stretch out these yellow zones or these underneath zones as much as you can, especially on a third and relatively short. So I motion out Johnson, and what that does is it's not necessarily giving away that it's man, but now he's stretched between playing the tight end right here in this area and the running back in this area. So I put Johnson out, and I put him on an out route. And you see he's just kind of like trying to adjust. And I'm actually going to pump fake the out, and there's an out here. So everything about this play tells Donnie, I need to get the fuck over here if I don't want to go with this first down. Meanwhile, look at the tight end run right past.
Oh,
Like, I don't know. I must have, yeah, it says high pass accurate, and he doesn't get the touchdown. I was so heartbroken, dude. Donnie even DM'd me. He was like, you just got hoed. But I don't want to do that. I would rather just point out, like, that's what happened, and it worked. So, yeah, we didn't get the touchdown, but that pump fake is deadly if people use it. It moved him completely out of the zone. Grieger Hill was in zone, so he stopped covering. That's a touchdown off the board. It probably would have helped me win the game.
yeah.
But
That stuff works too, especially when people are playing safety. You get them to bite on something, and then the hole opens up where they're supposed to be. It's definitely the move there with the pump fake.
right. I'm going to show this just because, but he drove down the field, and I got very lucky that this route was not like a go. Like, it wasn't like a straight up go. I don't know if you can see what he calls here, but it's actually like it's just weird late developing post with a bunch of, it stems inside, then vertical, and then because he threw it at a weird time to Djax, I got lucky. Like, this shit, I got real lucky that I was able to recover there. But that ends the half here for the most part. And then we'll jump. There's no reason to talk over this. Donnie, second half, 6-6 game. Dude, I was happy at this point. I'm like counting my blessings. I'm like 6-6, and I'm not getting ran all over. Like,
Exactly.
I'll take that to the bank. Even though I was like ready to be like blasted on the league for this one. There seems to be a lot of run plays. Like, there was one with Danny. No, I think it was Steele with Hines. There's like a lot of plays where people are just breaking off. And here's this mesh with the wheel combo again. He just lit me up with it, man. He had really good protection. Oh, no, this is where I got him. Haha, fucker. Okay, sorry about that. I'm getting ahead of myself. But this is where we pay off, right?
Yeah.
And
You tried to put the streak there thinking you would bite, come down on it.
I probably gave him the streak and wheel in hindsight. We can check that out. But one of the things I do when I know mesh is coming is you follow one to all the way down to the line of scrimmage. You have to like get out of his eyesight, because they're looking for that switch. But you see how I run all the way here, like right by the center. That's why he was like, oh, this is open, and then threw it. But if you look back, he probably has that go route to Djax. Nope, Byron played it well. Okay. And that may have been what it was. He may have thrown it late. He may have been looking for the go and then was like, oh, fuck, well, here's this drag. And that's the benefit.
Yeah. Because, I mean, realistically, that's me. I'm hitting the halfback. I'm hitting that wheel, but I'm hitting it real early.
Really?
Especially if you get it before he turns up, you can get him with a little momentum, and you're going to take a couple there, especially because that go route was taken away pretty quick by the
I'm not going to let you see this yet. So we just got a big turnover, right? And I've been talking to you about the Jets. Have you seen this play by chance?
I didn't see you call it.
So this is the same formation as the jet sweep. We've called this multiple times on first downs. So, and we're just coming off a big turnover. So that's why I was like, all right, I'm going after it now. What it is the jet sweep. There's a corner by the tight end, and the only other route is John Brown on a crosser. So in Donnie fashion, he's going to use it as safety in the box. So we play action the corner.
That play.
Yeah. And now look, he's stuck here with his user on my right tackle. So he can't make a play at all. And coming out of the play action, I know you can't see it because Donnie has these big-ass things, but look at the time of the throw. There's two fuckers wide open.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this happens.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's rough.
You know, like I said, I was saying, Pest got hold last week against me, and I had a dominant win because of it. So, like, if I'm going to get mad because I'm the only person that ever got hoed on a catch, look, he's got two fuckers in my face, so I don't hate it. It sucked at the time, but I did throw it to John, so I'm not too expectant. And then this was actually a big play. We went right back to the sweep, except this time with the fake to the running back. So we done the fake. Maybe he thinks we're going for the pass again. Nah, this time we go fake jet sweep, go to the running back. And this is something I've been labbing, which is using the jet sweep as your lead blocker. And, you know.
Yeah, it seemed to work right there.
Right. And I only do it once, which I don't know. I think it's because the games are so short that you can't really do it more than once. Like I can't, like I have to take advantage. I got the touchdown, the free touchdown. I missed it. That sucks. But if I try to do it over and over again, I'm going to get found out or I'm going to get exposed.
Oof.
Yeah. Not too choppy for you, is it? I know I'm starting and stopping it.
No, it was a little bit right there. That's one thing I noticed too. It seems like a lot more fumbles are happening like the last Madden. Quarterbacks dropping the ball a lot more, getting sacked. I had one. I can't remember who was playing today. Had one. I think it was in Shrimp's game, and you just had one right there. Seems like it's popping up a lot more.
I did try to throw it with a dude in my face coming out of play action, so like I wasn't too heated about it.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I did here. 3rd and 15, 6-6 game. I probably drawed. I just don't want to turn the ball over, dude. I just want to take my yards. There's a good chance I just ran a draw here.
Yeah. Well, and you guys got –
oh, no, I mean, this –
oh, God, lucky there. This game is so close. I mean, the way you guys played, I mean, it's fucking 6-6. The first one to turn the ball over or give a big play.
Right.
Or turn the ball over more, I guess. But give a big play, and that could be it.
Right, and I just stole a possession. Like, one of the things, too, is, like, we were 6-6 going into halftime where I had the ball first, and we come out and get a pick so early that he lost he gave up his advantage already. Like, he already theoretically – like, I don't need – as long as I get points on the board, I stole a possession from him. So it sucks to not be up 7 points here, but he lost his advantage of getting the ball first in half. And in this half, I'm up 3-0. And I think I have field goal advantage because of the way the yardage works. So whatever, it works for me. And now I just got to play defense and keep it going. So he's patient. He's so patient. Those tight ends are so talented.
Yeah. Having Ertz's abilities are so nice. He's just always seems open.
Yeah, and you'll see that later. You'll see that later when he goes into the zone and really shits on me. 3rd and 9. This is where so I'm in, I got one linebacker in the middle. I'm actually playing, I'm in quarters here, so I do have more DBs. But he makes a great read. He's just high-lowing me. He brings Jackson on the go, and he anticipates extremely well with this team. You know, I don't. This is when he throws the ball, dude. Like he throws to Ertz here. Like not a lot of people are making that tight window throw. I thought he was coming to Djax, so I jump it, and he does a great job in anticipating. Like credit to Donnie. Like when I was going in on shrimp about anticipation, I wish this tape was available because that's risky, boy. That's that's a big boy throw, and that's why Donnie's ends up 7-2 after this week or whatever it ends up being 6-2. Not too choppy for you, is it?
No, we're good.
All right, cool. Whole game, I'm just trying to figure out like what does he have in store for me? Like who's his go to? Because we haven't put him in a lot of like you have to get this situations. He hits a nice corner route to Djax there. Djax seemed to be his like go to guy. It was Kirk was obviously like a big help to his offense and probably opening up some of those underneath routes even more so than Mac Hollins can.